Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the stream. This is Otaku Showboat. I have blanket for season, Halloween season. I have blanket behind me now. Huzzah! We'll have that. That's my decoration, and pretty much the entirety of my decoration that I will have for the season is just blanket behind me on the chair. I could drape it over the thing, but then we can't see any of the stuff that's behind me. I'd rather see my stuff that's behind me. Is there cat? Or did he leave? He might have left. There was Mr. Cat up there. He was up there, behind, but I disturbed him, so he must have moved. Anyway, so today is, of course, Tuesday, October 17th, 2023. Hello and welcome. I believe at this point my Fire Max 11 has now, the new one, has now lasted longer than the old one, which is nice. Which is nice that it's actually working, and it's worked for longer than the old one at this point. Okay. Any updates before we get into it today? Anything at all to mention that is relevant? I think we're just gonna go into it today. There's not too awfully. That's the thing. Hi. That's the thing. So I didn't really do anything in between streams outside of get the arthropod blood moving. Artificial blood moving. Oh, am I like, no, I'm fine. The webcam sometimes when I start things up, it can be a little framey, low frame rate for whatever reason, but I think it's okay today. At the start, I just need to like turn it off and on again, and it fixes it whenever that happens. So last time we met was all about setting up artificial blood, and to that end we did do a few factories. We set up, I believe we set up Tufra at some point. We have going into it, but really the artificial blood, where's artificial blood? There. Yeah, this was a mission. This was a real mission, in particular because of the cadaveric aurum. That required a bit of waiting around for the aurum to populate through the positive feedback loop to just get enough to have as modules for all of the machines for the artificial blood. Beautiful artificial blood. There we are. So here's the big factory that we did last time for the artificial blood. I believe I had to do like the rare earth stuff to get into that. We had to get the rare earth processed, so that was also a thing. So we have Tufra, we have rare earth ores from Thadai, stuffs, shenaniganery. What is your problem? Huh? What? Does it need 5 adults each, and is there, like, just short of the ones that were there? I think that's exactly what just happened on that front. But anyway, that makes the rare earth ore, and then up here at the artificial blood, that rare earth ore is being processed into rare earth oxide as well as into cobalt extract. And that's going down into cobalt fluoride plus decalin for the Flutec PP6. And then that goes in with albumin to make the artificial blood. And yes, it is a little weird that blood is used, standard blood is used to make artificial blood. Like, okay, isn't the point that it's artificial? That it's not based on the real thing. Anyway, got that, got an existent amount of that, brought it to the mall, set up a request at the mall for artificial blood. Also realized this morning, before the stream, just before the stream, that, oh, hey, yeah, it would help if I actually had the request in for duralumin going to the mall. That would help a little bit. That would help a bit at building infrastructure in general in the mall area now that we have deleted the main bus. That would in fact help a little bit, since a lot of the infrastructure requires duralumin. So I got the artificial blood in, and I basically just let time pass from there. I did do a little bit of wandering to reveal more of the side here to the right, and eventually up as well. I will generate these chunks, and I will landfill a lot of this, get more rail grid placement done, just so we can start to expand to the right and up around the mall instead of having everything bottom and left. And of course, as I am talking today, my allergies are very much starting to kick in, and my sinuses are in the process of filling themselves beyond capacity, of which my capacity is massive. So I may need to cut away to below my nose at some point, but I am very stubborn about not wanting to do that ever. Full stop. So we're gonna last until I just can't handle it anymore. With the artificial blood, I was able to get initial Corlex and Zipir. So now we have Corlex and Zipir. We also have Zipho, but we don't need the Zipho quite yet. We have an existent amount of sponges, and we have Archods set up. We have all of these things set up. We already have the Fat Eye set up. We need all of these to be set up, as well as Ulrich, of which I have a few Ulrich already. Yeah. So a lot of creatures and alien life to set up today. To begin the process of setting up today. That is what we're going to do. First up will be Ulrich. Ulrich! Hello, Ulrich. I will need your buildings. I have built the buildings already. I have these buildings. I probably don't have anywhere near enough of any of the other buildings. Like, I don't even have any artificial reefs yet because they eat automated factories, and those have been a major limiting factor for a long time. Alright, yep, I gotta blow my nose. This is not good at this point. I need to do that. It got really bad as soon as I started talking, of course, is when it all decides that it's time to start accruing, and it wants to escape. All right. I hope that helped a little bit. I went through a few tissues just now. And that's the end of my coffee. Wonderful. No more coffee. As my voice breaks on me, as well as everything else. Okay, let us get into it. So this Ulrich build we planned out at the end of the last stream. So at this point, it's just a matter of executing it. It will need Relesia, and I had planned, I remember now, I had planned to set up Relesia separately and on the train network. Ah, da 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 da, Relesia. Relesia. I don't like that I'm using this recipe because the ratio is worse than the previous recipe between seeds to adults. I really don't like using this recipe at all. But I gotta, so I will. That's a few buildings. How many of those buildings do I have right now? 1. So 70. I have 70. That would need 286. All right, well, maybe not then. That. $76, yeah. That's what I got. That's what I got, so that's what I'll do. It will be local. That it shall be. Alright. That's the plan. A plan. Let's go. Let's build Ulrich. Where am I going to put the Ulrich? Humma. I would prefer for Alien Life to have their own devoted squares. So we'll do this, and we'll have this square be pretty much devoted just to the Ulrich. Gosh, I'm feeling quite tired. I did get up a little bit earlier today than I usually do. 'Cause I woke up and I saw that I had an eBay sale for the 3D print. There's actually 3 different items in this sale, of which I had 2 hanging around already, and I had to print fresh. Of course, the biggest item. Someone bought a 3 differently sized little tray holders for Nintendo Switch cartridges that I offered for sale on my eBay and on my Etsy, but this was from eBay. So they bought 1 of each, of a 10, a 20, and a 100 slot cartridge holder tray for Nintendo Switch cartridges. Which, I mean, yeah, it's still pretty small. It still took an hour and a half to print the 100 slot holder for it. So, yeah, I wanted to make sure that it could go out today. So I got the print ready and going. And that finished in time before the stream. Got everything set up, so that's going to be going out today. What do I need? 3 solids. The person also requested that they requested a partial shipping refund because the way that eBay processes shipping when buying multiple items is it's not smart about the weights, so it does tend to overcharge. And I was like, alright, fine. I'll do it because you asked. And I will only do it when you ask. Just FYI. And only if it is actually overcharging. I did go in and tune more settings, so it shouldn't... Going forward, it shouldn't be overcharging at all. It should be the exact amount that is intended to be charged on the shipping rates. It's just a little annoying that you have to do all this setup for it. It's weird. Alright. Step 1 through infinity. What are we doing? Well, we're going to start with the Relesia. So I need 7. Unfortunately, eBay did take their 3-item sale and combine it into a single shipping box automatically. Sometimes it doesn't do that for whatever reason. I'm unsure exactly. I think it has something to do if you actually do make separate purchases, in which case if you do make separate purchases and it's not combined through eBay, then I would have to actually ship it in separate boxes for the eBay seller protection to apply for me. So I can't combine the shipping in that case if it is separate orders, if it is considered separate orders through eBay, even if they all go to the same address. It has to be separate just for my own seller protections primarily. And I have had a couple of instances where a person just did separate orders for whatever reason, and it was considered separate. They never said anything about wanting to get some of the shipping costs back, but I really can't at that point because I then have to pay the full price for 2 separate boxes. And if I'm paying the full price for the 2 separate boxes, then you're going to pay the full price for the 2 separate boxes. There's no way that I can combine that. Alright. Get this powered. Get this gas vent going. In this instance, I need both the seeds and the flowers. Wonderful. Oh, that's just great. That's a number greater than 0.6. I think that's all I need. Then it's just the Lesia plantations. How much Relesia do I have on me? $19 by 4. Alright, I can combine from there. Yeah, that should do. Now, the combined throughput is fine. I can use mechanical inserters across the board. Actually, it will look like this. There we have it. That's the arrangement. Okay. I'll just need to copy this again. And we clearly don't have enough modules for all this. Not currently. What is... Okay, that's fine. That is okay. That is alright. I should do the power poles. And then copy. And that should be exactly the 76 that I need for this particular factory. Glorious. Beautiful stuffs. I will eventually... Oh, right. I will eventually, when I get better recipes, most likely, centralize and distribute Relesia. But for now, I'll just live with this. And when I centralize it, I'll use a better recipe so that I can just steal all of the infrastructure from these places. Now, the unfortunate part with this is that I'll need to run everything up and then back down. Sorta sucks a bit that I have to do it that way. Because I have to run this and then overflow down. Ah, boy. But, yep, that's just the way of it. Why do you not have seats? Hello? All y'all down the line have seats. All right. Sounds good to me. Ads are starting up within the next minute. It's already been half an hour. Really? That's a little hard to believe. But I guess so. Well, all right then. That should start this process. And I think I'll just let it go until it overflows and store excess in a box and just not have this connected until I have enough Relesia to fill the thing. I could just go somewhere else with extra Relesia and fill in the rest of the modules, but that takes time. Okay. Next up will be the Thaugi. Thaugi, I've got this. How much is this? 34 plantations. That's enough. That do be enough. That one's just a blueprint placement. Okay. That's those two. Then I need tree seeds. Also, chances are you won't necessarily see the cats today. Folks across the street are having some roofing work done. It seems they're getting a whole brand new roof installed. The work began yesterday, and they're back again, back at it yet again. So at least Dolly will not show up, guaranteed. She is under my bed, hiding away from all of the hammering noises. Ollie's been okay with it, but I don't know where he went. He went somewhere. He hath disappeared on me. Oh no, there he is. Hi. I see Kitty. There's Kitty. He's here. He's here. He's comfies. Okay, he's there and he's comfy. He's up there. Yeah, for whatever reason, Ollie is like okay with the roofers across the street doing their thing. Not Dolly. Dolly doesn't like it so much, which is odd. very odd. Ollie's the, like, real scaredy cat, but seems to have mellowed a little bit with age. Slowly over time. Okay. I will need to bring in ash and tin. That's what these other two are for. Oh, I don't remember if I stacked the ash. I don't think I did. Push a correct button, please. 10 reminds me that I'm going to need... I'm going to need phytoplankton for sponges, and phytoplankton at this phase of the game, we don't have access to the like flue gas recipe for the phytoplankton. We have to use grade 1 tin to make phytoplankton. So that's going to be interesting. Interesting. That's shared. These are shared. Technically. And then this is on its own, but I also do need Faugi, so the Faugi will combine with you. So that's 1, 2, 3 belts. I need the steam. Right. Steam. Steam. Steam, glorious steam. This should be on the other side. There we go. Better. Okay. Power. Output. Just add Relesia. Eventually. Once there is enough to fill the stuffs and I can do the thing and everything is moving, it'll be glorious, but for now it's gonna sit and do nothing. But that is all of that. I am not carrying around any empty barrels. So I do need to go and stock up on those. Those are rather important. I need a lot of those today. I will need a lot of empty barrels today. We need the empty barrels for the Ulrich, we'll need it for Arcod, and we'll need it for the Corlex. I don't think we need it for Zipier because those are already in water. But yeah. So some complicating things. for today. This is like the easier build, the easiest of the different creatures that we're going to set up today, and we pretty much only really need this to feed something else. We'll be using the Ulrich as essentially Archod food to make Archod honey, but we will need to set up Archods as Archods, A, to be able to get more modules for Archods, but B, because we need to slaughter some for the venom. And that is where things get really fun with capital FU. That we will need to have natural gas. That's where things will get a little tricksy. So I might not immediately do the Archods after the Ulrich here. We can basically do anything in any order at this point for what we need. Where are my thingies? Hello, thingies. Give me all of the barrels. All of the barrels. All barrels will be mine. Complicating thing with the Corlex is that I will need to have like HCl in the Corlex build as I process into casein, as well as I think sulfuric acid. That's one of those as well things. No, not the sulfuric. It's just the HCl. So that's going to be the complicating factor with the casein. That's a bit of stuff for Corlex food, but I have all of it, / the ability to produce all of it. Yeah, so that's actually very simple at this point because I have all those things. It's just a lot of ingredients. It's just a lot of ingredients. Ooh, gosh, that's a lot of ingredients, but it's not much of a lot of ingredients, and that's what makes it at least bearably okay. Yes, and then Zippier is the... Oh, it's Zippier. That's phytoplankton. All right. So it's the Zippier that's the phytoplankton. Where's sponges? Oh, and primers are phytoplankton. Wonderful. So yeah, that's going to need 10. Did I ever break down the sponges? Because I'm pretty sure the sponges also... Oh, they need Zognut. Excuse me. Later. I was thinking later. Sponges eventually need phytoplankton. They don't right now. Boogers. Just thinking. And then the Archods are always a pain in the ass. Need to get Red Hot Coke on the train network. That's fun. But easy. I already have a blueprint I can make of that. Yeah, the issue is going to be that natural gas barrel. Natural gas. Give me Archod plan. Archods as Archods. Oh boy, how much? Not much is the answer. Definitely gonna do the one that gives me 5 to 10. I see no reason not to do the one that gives me 5 to 10. No reason at all. Oh look, it needs honey. It needs honey, honey. And that needs that. And that needs that. And we need Vrauk as Vrauk. I do provide that, right? Yes. Yes, I do. I have Vrauk as Vrauk. This will need the maggots. I'll actually need multiple Vrauk as Vrauk. And I need queens. Oh look, Relesia hath returned. Relesia gives me 5 more eggs for 15 Relesia. Woohoo. What upgrade? I haven't selected yet. Oh boy. Oh boy. Hmm. 5. I'm taking option 1 this time. Last time we did option 2. Got the 5% productivity that applies to every step in an Archod apiary when producing Archods and when producing the or converting the honeycombs or making the Archod honeycombs in the first place. So you do get the 5% productivity, but and that would apply also to the special item, whatever the heck it's called again. The names, words. The Propolis, the Archod Propolis. That's a special item, part of later science. But yeah, so 3x the output of honey is also very good. 3 times honey, 3 times wax, and 3 times lube. Yeah, that's pretty good, especially with the lube, because the lube uses wax, so you essentially get 3x compounded, right, on making lubricant from Archods. This compounds, and in this save, it's also productive. So, because it's also going to be productive, yeah, that's just a lot of extra stuff I can make use of. Now, this will demand that I change some of these recipes. I need to change the honey recipe. I need to get rid of that one. I need to change, what was it? The egg recipe. The fa. You know, game. I guess we're removing everything because Factory Planner hates me. Now this does add purest nitrogen to these recipes. It will mean that we need a few more queens overall, but or a few more resources going into queens, but I'll just have to live with that. And it makes my planning easier. I don't have to keep adding in the like beacon effect onto these for the CAGs. Yeah, because something was telling me that this would just be pretty okay. That it would be okay regardless. Like a negligible amount of extra input would be required as part of this. Note though that we do need 0.395 arcods to get 0.1 arcod net out. So at scale, this is not nice. Very not nice at scale. Then we add that recipe, and then we add this recipe with that cycling. Ah, yes, and you do need extra of this too, but we don't really have a way of getting into the wax yet, I think. If we did have a way of getting into the wax, that would be fine, but we don't. Yeah, because we don't have the ability to convert used combs into wax yet, and that if we did, then this would be closed, it would be fine, but yeah, we don't have that, so we have to get these from scratch this way. With even more arcods. Yeah. And with oleochems. So we need oleochems. And we need creosote, apparently. And we need the purest nitrogen. And we need, yeah, that pressured air. And we need the Bodo spores, but those are free. We need the tailings dust from tailings. So we'll need tailings. We'll need sand, but that's free. Sand is free. Ash is free. Coal dust is fiber from kick elk. Ash could also be considered from that too, just for my own stuffs. Satisfaction, whatever. Tree seeds from that. From stacks. Agar from seaweed. Cellulose. Unfortunately, we do not have sodium, the raw fiber recipe for cellulose yet, so we'll have to do that. This is free, so I won't worry about that. Natural gas barrels. That's the slight problem. I do like that I can just search for the kick elk recipe for biomass. All right, natural gas. We need a bit over 50. We need 50 and a half. And that comes from raw gas. Well, how are we getting raw gas? Well, glad you asked. So, 0.1 arcods per second would need 5 small parts per second. 5 entire small parts per second. And that's what I really wanted to do all this entire exercise, to point out. That was the whole point of that exercise, was to get to the point of, yeah, so natural gas is a royal pain in the ass. An absolute unacceptably a large volume of small parts would be required for it. Which is why I would really, really, really like to have a natural gas derrick placed on one of the very few bitumen nodes that we have in existence. In fact, there is one right here. There's a bitumen seep here. There is also one somewhere. There should be another one somewhere. I'm trying to remember. That might be my only one. I don't think that's really the only one. I know I did more. I did exploring, and I thought there was another one around, but... Ah, yes. Here. Hi. That one's a bit closer. Oh, that one's a little bit closer. So, the issue, though, is that this number is 101. Meaning I would have to tap both. Because I think... Well, I'll have to check. I'm not exactly certain. I'm pretty sure it is 100 that you get from a single node. At Mark 1. I think it's 100 that you get. I could be wrong, but I am pretty sure that it is, in fact, only 100. If it's 50, then I'm completely screwed. But either way, I think that one with supplement from the small part pump jack recipe might be the way to go. Just may be the way to go. Now, did I intend that I would be getting raw gas from the very few bitumen seeps that would exist on this map? No. I was originally intending to use it for tar, but, you know, as it turns out, tar is needed in such high volumes that the, like, individual little nodes that occasionally appear are not going to cut it. They are not going to be good enough. Not good enough. Okay, first up is the Ulrich Cub production. Oh, and I see that I have noticed that, yes, I do, in fact, need a separate line here for extra stuffs. I need a warehouse. Pretty sure that these are 2.5 each, so if I need exactly 5, then it's exactly 2. There's no reason for these not to share a belt. You're going to get half the barrels. And unfortunately, because I only have 2 adults right now, I do have to steal one. So I can put it in this guy. Oh, right. I need to actually, you know, get Ulrich corrals. That would help. Actually, having the corrals would be ideal. I have like 200 of them. Okay. Stop. Go back. So as I was showing that, I hope you appreciate that Ulrich is the easiest of the things we're doing today. Arcod, if I get to it today, is the hardest. That one is the most complex. So what we've broken down thus far in our plans here are the easiest and at least, you know, mostly easiest. I would say actually like sponges are the easiest, but you know, easy, not so easy. Not so easy. Little unfortunate about that 4x reserve, but whatever. It's fine. That should be 25. Yep. As I said, I'm devoting the entire square to this. If this is actually half, which it looks like, I could have 2 of this. I may do that at some point. Inputs will be restricted to the first building here for a while. And I have to use electrical inserters, unfortunately. And even then, I'm not exactly certain if it will be capable enough. It all comes down to the swing speed. It might be able to do the point whatever 07 extra. It's just I don't like depending on that at all. Empty barrels to the right. You know, I intended to put the input here, but whatever, it's fine. This is Relesia and food and Ulrich, okay. I don't think there's going to be any throughput issues on these. I need to bring the seeds down. Oh, good. We have gotten our positive feedback loop online. It's going. It's a-going. But apparently it wasn't quite enough. We're not done yet. It is overproducing, though, so that's good. He's good. He's good, he's good, he's good. Especially since, you know, this is supposed to be producing an extra 5 seeds per second to feed these. That means we should be vastly overdoing it on the flowers as well, to have the extra flour that I need, 0.8 flour. Still need those 4 extra buildings, but that I'm not going to worry about. It shall not be a worry. I'm just going to bring this down now. $25 divided by 5. Or 5, I should say, divided by 25. 0.2 per building. Yeah, that's what I figured. What I figured. No point in having the rest of these connected. I should have the whole thing, though, set up. With the power. That'll do it. Looks like I have to do one pass out and then go down and do the other side. All right, looking good. Almost done with Ulrich here. I'll probably shift over to the sponges next. Then maybe the Zippier. I intend on doing Archods last, and only if I really, really have the time. This would be a very good candidate for a stream in which to extend it by an hour, because I may have enough time to do all of the things if we extend. If we don't, then it's very unlikely that I will be finished with all of the things. Very highly unlikely. Alright, that's the adults. The adults need to be stored for now, so I can, you know, fill nodule slots with them as we go along. But we do have things are moving. Cubs are moving, and cubs are coming down. And cubs will be raised 1-to-1 into adults. Cool. Things are a-going. You got one cub? Really, it's a range? Huh? What? A range? Oh. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah. Yeah, let's do that. Oh. That's better. And that will just take literally forever. So we're done now. We're done with the Ulrich for now. And for a while yet to come. Okay, next. How many sponges for Pi 2? How many sponges? We need 0.003. Okay. Existent. C sponge. 1. U from modules. You make saline. I just want to point out that makes saline. I do need Zogna. There is an upgrade to sea sponges that removes Zogna as an ingredient, I believe. Sponges. Sponges? Sponge upgrade. Yes, there's an upgrade that removes the Zogna as an ingredient for sponges and does not impact its speed. That is the recipe to take. That is the option I think I'm going to take, because I don't think that there's a good alternative here. I don't think the others are good enough. Really don't think the others are good enough. You get what is essentially productivity here by adding limestone. You get a 35% chance to get your sponge back when making sprouts. Ooh, well, that would give you a reason to do Mark IV. If there's a only 95% chance that you remove your Mark IV. I need to potentially look into that, maybe. No. None of this is worthwhile. Full stop. None of this is worth it. This is in the bioreactor, meaning that it is productive. Huh. Oh, and it increases the sludge and the phytoplankton by a lot by getting rid of the Zogna. It reduces overall complexity, but it increases volume on the other input quite considerably versus productivity with higher output. Let's assume the productivity does not apply to the chance to return the input ingredient. This is free. I might do option 2 this time. I think I'll do option 2 this time. I did option 3 last time. I'll do the different one this time. When we get it, which that's a wonderful question. Sponge upgrade is at Pi 2. The tech we're working towards. Okay. Gib. Sponge cultures. I need a few if I want one. Let's do 0.1. So unfortunately I do have to like set up all the stuff for Zogna on here. And I need sprouts, and it's, yeah. It's all that. So I need twice as much as what I intend to get out. So that's the inputs. I can get the steam easily. That's fine. That's not the hard part of this. I do need 13. I need 13 sea sponge cultures. How many do I actually have? This would be the, like, actual easiest of the things. It's just I don't really consider those. I have 3. I has 3. Do I happen to have circuits on me for 5, 6? That's enough circuits to make an additional 10. The issue then should be nothing. Circuits are limited by the batteries, which are limited by the antimony. It's rather unfortunate, but it is in fact limited by antimony. And there's not a good way of scaling antimony beyond what I currently have. Doesn't mean that I can't, it just means that I'm not as keen on doing it. Because I would have to set up a new mining spot for another 15, and I have to bring in plastic again and to essentially double this infrastructure. I mean, yeah, but it's okay, I could do it. I should do it, but I really don't want to. It's annoying. If I'm going to do this, I should set this up now. Yes. Okay. So that means I'm going to have to go there, and I'm going to have to set up the infrastructure for the Mark 1, or the level 1 drilling fluid. Oh boy, level 1 drilling fluid is made out of, like, soil and sand. And clay. Sand, soil, clay, water. In a mixer. Do I have mixers on me? I shall find out shortly. I do. Okay. All right then, mixer. You'll do that. You need water. You need sand. Oh, that makes 12.5. Oh boy. How many clay pits do I have? That's another great question. Because I've got blueprint for sand. So this sand blueprint makes 5 each. And that's your 10. Soil is 2 apiece, so just grab this, and that's the 10 soil. But from there, I need clay pits. Clay pits fall under electronics stuff. It looks like I have enough. Now to get 10 of you, I'm going to need 14. Ba-ba. Alright. And the steam. $350. Right. So about that. That's 300. I'm gonna grab this, rotate, paste. That's 400, but whatever. I'm just setting this up now so that I have it done. So that when we do Archods, I will have the access to the stuff. Access to the stuff and the things is always good. Maybe I'll blueprint this. Not exactly space efficient, but whatever. That's better. All right, throw in all the things. And that's the blueprint. And that is 100 of the drilling fluid 1. Now reminding me not to touch this. I will show you why. So we just saved, right? Has this been fixed? No. This is why. We don't touch this. Actual craft time crashes the game if we attempt to touch that. So, yeah. I have been burned by that so many times. So many times I've been completely burned by that. Fortunately, we do have a countdown timer on it for when it will actually set itself. So if you don't know how the bitumen seeps work, oh boy, bitumen seeps will become the whatever resource that you put the specific derrick type on top of. So in this case, this is the natural gas derrick. We're going to get raw gas out of this specific node. You have to provide an initial amount of a drilling fluid to, you know, tap the resource. That's essentially how to think about it. It's not how this actually happens, but whatever's fine. It will magically become the resource once the countdown has finished. The specific type of drilling fluid that you use, as well as the mark level of the building that you use, will multiply the resource density of what is provided. And that is the summary. That is all the info that you need to know. What you get is determined by the building that you put onto it, the mark level of the building, and the level of the drilling fluid will multiply the amount of resource density that you get. There is also a randomness factor, a value between 1 and 4, that will also multiply the resource density, and that is completely random. That being said, the base value was buffed at some point during my last series, so it should be enough to last a significant amount of time, even at Mark 1 and level 1, even at baseline. When the multipliers are 1x, it should still provide enough to last a long enough such that I can get to the point in the game where I won't have to mine it anymore. Ooh, that's a few. I want all those. I want those 99. I want to use those. You know, I actually don't even need that many. Easy squeeze. What I do want... Gosh, that inserter is pretty slow. That inserter is super slow. Here, have some help. You need more glass. Yo, buddies, deliver the glass. You need to hurry up and deliver the glass. You're delivering me all of the pipes that I just used. Ah, yes. Glorious delivery. Thank you for restoring my stuff. Okay, let's get sponges. Let's start the work on sponges, though we will be taking a break in a few minutes here, as that will be the halfway point of the stream, and we currently have not had the stream extended by an hour. So chances are we're going to probably get through the sponges, and we're probably going to get through one more after it, but yeah, we likely will not get to the archods today. Let's see, sea sponges are pretty small. I can actually do these just about anywhere. I should have this as an unbuilt factory, so I will do this here. Ads are going to be starting up within the next half a minute. Let's get building. Let's see, I need 2 of you. Really wish they fixed this thing with the graphics of the geothermal plant. Actually, no, that needs to be... Alright, empty petri. Seaweed. And wood. Okie dokie. Oh boy, that's my alarm going off to indicate that we are now halfway through today's stream. I'm going to get this Zogna set up. And then I'm going to power this, and then we're going to take a break. Really? There. Is powered. Everything will be smooth from there, so that's all of that part. When I return from the break, we will be finishing up the Sea Sponge build and moving on probably to Corlex. Yeah, we'll move on towards Corlex and then the Zippier and then its Archods. I'll be back shortly. And I have returned. Welcome back. So, we have set up everything to get into the Zogna for making the sea sponges. Now I need to get into the muddy sludge, which, yeah, this one's the really easy part. There we go. There's our muddy sludge. 1, 2, 3 there. All right. 2 bioreactors take in sponges to make the sprouts. This is productive. Why, hello. Reach. Da-ba, Mr. Cat. Hello, Ollie. Hey, Ollie. Big boy, you're here. You've joined me. Big Mr. Cat has joined me. Oh, big yawn. Yes, big yawn. Big yawn from the baby, yes. It's the baby. Yes, here's my big boy. Big gray baby. Yes. Yes, he's lovey-dovey's. He's rubby. He's wubbies. Yes. Nuzzles. He's Nuzzles. Yes, he's Nuzzles. I don't think I have a hand anymore. Alright, there we go. There we go. You're gonna stay Nuzzles? Yes. Yes. Oh boy. Alright, 13 sea sponge cultures. Yes, you're Nuzzles. Mr. Nuzzles. We have the Mr. Nuzzles and he's rocking away. There he goes. Hi. You big boy. Mr. Nuzzles. Oh boy. I thought I grabbed everything, but did I only grab 2? Did I only have 2? There's 3 more in there. This is the only solid. Yes. This is the only solid. Just in time. Okido. There we go. Is moving. Hi, baby. Yeah, you going up? You going up on the chair? Yes, you gonna sit on that blanket? Gonna sit on the blanket now? Mr. Cat? Yes. Gonna be on that blanket? Start grooming. Start grooming on my jack-o'-lantern blanket. Boop. Okay. And this will be how I scale it out to around 13. That's 11. Whoops. And that's 13. Okay. We just need a delivery of seaweed. Oh, there it is. There we go. We speak of the devil. There's the delivery of the seaweed. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Just gonna add in these inserters, going to remove. Remove everything blocking my vision. Thanks, Ollie. Ah. His jumping moved the chair, which moved my hand. Great. Great! Great job. Thank you, Mr. Cat. I will do this in order to start accruing some initial sponges, because it's always 1 to 2. Because you always have this 1 to 2 ratio, and this always splits exactly in half. Therefore, every cycle we can just split in half and cycle back exactly enough to keep the process going, while also accruing regular sponges. And we can put those in to the module slots, speed up the process, etc., until we're done. That positive feedback loop has now begun, and we are done with the sponges for now. Next up is going to be Corlex milk. Yes, Corlex milk. I'm not exactly sure I want to set up the Corlex for modules right now, because the only thing that we're going to do with Corlex is modules for Corlex outside of what we need of their milk. So we will always be milking and not slaughtering the Corlex. Corlex don't really have anything that's worth slaughtering them for. So we're just going to use them to make Corlex milk. Where's my Pi 2? Pi 2 plan. Okay, the plan with the Corlex pretty much exclusively involves the food, easy squeeze, 3 easy squeeze ranches through to casein. What we ultimately need is the casein. We need 0.278 casein as the ingredient directly going into the Pi 2. So if I plan this to 0.3 casein, yes, I need the milk barrels as well. Oh, really? What? Does something else use casein? No? What else uses milk? Oh. Good alien samples directly need milk. Huh. Interesting. So we also need, like 1 milk. Why, hello, Ollie. Here's my boy. Here's the boy. Yes. Hello, Ollie. Ollie cat. Yes, my Ollie cat. Yes, he wants his rubbins. He wants wubbins. Wubbins and attentions. Yeah, hey, don't push buttons. Don't push buttons. You can settle. Just don't push buttons. Just don't push buttons. Focus. Hocus. focus on the baby. We can get better focus than that, too. Da-da-da-da. Focus! Yes, hocus focus. Here's the kitty. Here's the kitty cat. Yes, the kitty cat. Yeah, baby. Mr. Nuzzles. Nuzzles! He's Nuzzles! He's Nuzzles! Mr. Nuzzles! It's a butter. Yes, Mr. Cat. Mr. Nuzzles. Oh, now you're leaving? Now you're getting up? Right after I get the thing exact? Alright, fine. Be that way. Be that way, Mr. Cat. Where are you going? Where are you going? From one camera to the next? Magic? From one side of the screen to the other? It's magic. He went from one side of the screen to the other. Maybe I should, like, mirror one of these things. No. Hi. Hey, baby. Baby on the chair. Hello, Ave. Welcome to the stream. I am about to make some Corlax. I've got the Easy Squeeze Ranches, and I have how many modules? 13. Thought I had a few more than that. Okay, well, we need some Corlax modules. I'll just add that here. So Corlax as Corlax, we need to raise the pups from the food. Needs 2 for seeds, but otherwise it's identical build, so we pretty much did this like this last time, didn't we? Yeah, I think I remember that we did this like this last time. We just had one build that did both. So what are we gonna do after we beat Pi? After we beat Pi? Well, as I keep saying each time. Potentially Omni. OmniPie. But we'll see. We shall see. We'll do this over here. Yeah, we're still quite a ways away, but we haven't even gotten to the shenanigans yet in this playthrough. Once we get to the real shenanigans, things will speed up a little bit. Once we get to real shenanigans. And of course we have Mr. Cat. He's here. Mr. Cat's here. He's with me. He's on the blanket that I have on the chair. My jack-o'-lantern blanket. I've had this jack-o'-lantern blanket for a few years. Since I was living in Kansas, basically. And almost every year around Halloween, I just forget it exists. Because it normally just sits in a drawer in my dresser, and that's where it lives. And that is simply where it lives until the end of time. And I just forget that it exists. That it is a thing. That it does exist in actuality. Like, it is a real thing. Just forget about that. It is possible to just avoid the lamp cost. Health insurance is calling. They want to remind you about your flu shot. Get your flu shot. Yes, the plan is to do that at some point this month. And the updated booster for the other thing that's going around. Sort of need both of those. Alright. It starts with food, as always. So we're gonna work our way into the food and then work our way into the module production and then into the milk in the end. So this is I believe this is the next longest process. Zapier is going to be easier than this, I'm pretty sure. Not as extensive. The reason I'm doing this rather than Zapier at this point is because I need to do some extra effort to get the buildings for Zapier. Actually, if I have enough Zapier modules produced, I don't really need that many reproductive complexes. And that's all I need. I don't need to actually produce Zapier at this moment. Just need the infrastructure to feed the reproductive complexes to get the eggs. I only need the eggs. And it's only 2 per building. So I only need 6 total. I think I have a couple produced. I have 10. So I have enough Zapier to do the setup for Zapier eggs that I need. In the amount that I need for the science. And only the science. I would need to scale, of course, once I need more of that. We'll turn that off because Cat is behind my head. You can barely see him, but he is behind my head. Oh, big stretch. Big stretches. Stretches. Oh, okay. All right. Begin. Casein. Starts with food. Food needs what? Food needs meat. We'll import meat. We'll import kikok. We'll import seaweed. We'll make fawagi locally. So there's the thing. Fawo. The fawoist of fawo. That should be more than enough. Really? I don't have any more spore collectors. Oh boy. That's great. Let's get some spore collectors. Back to the mall. We go. Okay. Thinking. You have 3.8 million. According to the map view. According to the expected resources, there's 383 million. 383 million. With 10% productivity. Oh, right. Productivity. That's right. So this gives nothing extra because yeah, fluid boxes. Great. Pretty sure the fluid box on this is a 100 size fluid box. So with the productivity being on a 10, on a multiple of 10, any time it hits, it's at the exact same moment as a regular cycle, and it can only hold 100 units of stuff in it to offload the 100 units of stuff. So anytime the productivity happens, it just disappears into the void. So it should give 100 per second on that particular one. It's a shame we need 101 per second for the Archod build. And yes, for those who weren't here earlier and haven't been with us, I did end up selecting option 1 on Archods, the intentional colony collapse, which makes things a little more interesting. It does triple the output of the honey, so it reduces the infrastructure that I need to make the honey significantly. Which also means that it reduces the number of Ulrich that I need. We've got ads coming in the next half minute. I'm gonna sneeze. I feel it. I feel it. I feel it coming. Sneeze is coming. And it's going. It's going. Slowly but surely. Mr. Cat hath left me. He's gone. He gone. He went back. He went up top. I see those ears. I see those ears poking. Okay. I has spore collectors. Centrifugal pans. I have them. There's at least that, so let's get that request in and deliver me my centrifugals. Centrifugals! Come on. Bring them. Bring me the centrifugals. Where are they? There we go. They have been brought, and now we can go back. I need to provide both casein and Corlex milk. And I'll need to scale both, but I can scale both at PyScience 2. Which I do hope that Pi 2 has a Corlex upgrade. It does. I did not call you. I did not call the Echo. I did not call my Dot. Ah, you get the sulfuric recipe that reduces the amount of milk into casein mixture, which is really good. So that's a change that will happen. This is not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. Not at all. Not happening. Bodos is also not happening. Not gonna spend Bodos on milk. That's not gonna happen. Not in the slightest will that ever be a thing. So the only thing we get here is this casein mix with sulfuric acid. That's the only thing that exists there in that tech. Nothing else exists. What can I do? How much can I get done in the next hour? The last hour of the stream. Well, we should at least get through this. That, I think we should be able to get through this one thing. Okay. We also need you and you for food. Is there any other... Yes, salt, duh. We need 40. $4.6, okay. So my little salt that makes 25, or my little thingy, my build for 25 saline, actually makes me enough for the whole build. So that's nice. I do need an evaporator. Okay. I don't need to do the 2 for seeds for the food, so the food will come first, and the food will come after I set up my steam. Steam, glorious steam. Where do I have some steam? Steam. Hello. Copy. Oh my god, the autosave prevented me from copying. Oh, I've built, like, way too close. We need to shift over a little bit. The throughputs are also very tiny for this that I'm going to share all the belts, as many belts as I possibly can. Oh, look, and fish oil. So 1, 2, 3, 4 total belts. Great. Where's the this stuff? That needs to share with Baugi. So that's 2 belts of 4. The other 2 are going to be the fish, meat, and seaweed tin. Fish, meat, seaweed, tin. And I do need the fluid input, so somewhere around here I need to grab a fluid requester station. That's the one. Hate when it's off kilter. Whoops. You know what? I need to add trains for seaweed. This is a bit... It's become a bit too much of an issue. Because, yeah, this is sitting full. And I had 3 trains. It wasn't enough. I'm going to add 2 more. I will need to go over and, like, add waiting spots and depots to seaweed, but for now... Actually, I should do that now. Humma. Humma bubba bubba bubba. Humma bubba. Alright, there's the waiting spots. Whoops. Oh well. Whoops. I don't think that's a problem. Interesting that it let me do it, though. Now, a lot of this, I think, the issue is not necessarily that I'm requesting a lot. The issue is that I have... It's stacked, and I have not adjusted my request volume to reflect the seaweed total stack size. So it's likely filling up the entire bulk rail unloader, and it's just... It can't fit that much. Probably. I don't know. Or it could just have been that I just don't have enough trains for the amount of throughput that I need to be moving at any given time. So adding in that extra seaweed should be good. Adding in those trains should be great. It'll take a little to catch up. Huh? Yeah, right there. Fish oil, meat. Really? No fish? No fishies! Fishies are not stacked. Tin is not stacked. These are, though. All right, those are the doohickeys. All right, come on down, you. I forgot. I do need kick-alk. I do need some kick-alk. Really? All right. We're waiting. I need to make sure that fish gets a separate thingy, and I do need Tufra as well. And I need lamps. I think that's it. I need a supply station. Fluid supply station. For the extra Corlex milk. Oh boy. That pretty much gets us there. It needs the delivery of the seeds, and we need the fish. There's the fish coming in. So then it's just kick-alk needs to come in and make seeds, and we've got the food. Good old Corlex food. Okay. I'm going to set this next to bring in Tufra and convert it to seeds. Right, I need the... I don't have my I don't have my thingies. My barrels. Oh good, you've made existent Ulrich. Yep, figured as much. Oh yeah, you need Tufra. You need Kickalk as Kickalk and Tufra as Tufra. Plus the pups and the food and the water. But I'm sorry, what? Why? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Why did you do this? Like, seriously. Why did you do this? This is utter bullshit. Alright then. This is going to be a much bigger build than I anticipated. Because someone in their infinite wisdom thought it would be a good idea to make pups need fish hydrolysate. I don't remember that being necessary for Corlex pups. I don't remember it in the previous series. Did I just, like, completely block that out of my mind? That was a thing last time? Because I don't remember it existing. I'd rather do that. I'll be honest, I'd rather do that because that's 1-to-1 with Tar. That's actually, yeah, that's 1-to-1 with Tar. What? Now what do I need? Unrestricted saline? Ugh. I need another of this. I'll need to bring in wood. That's what I'm gonna do. Yeah. Grab that, put that there. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna convert tailings to tailings dust and actually use the acid gas instead of the tailings dust. I'm gonna use a quencher for that, and I'm gonna void all the other outputs from you. And you're gonna need at least 22 tar. And for that, I'm gonna take DDCs. 3. We have wood to coal, coal to coke, and then coke to nothing. That makes 10. That makes 16. That makes 10 from 3.3. This will take 3.3 to make 2 and make 16. So it's 26, which is more than I need. And then the 2 here will go into this, which will only make an extra 2, but that's fine. Because the main point is that we're just deleting the ash. Or deleting the coke and getting a little bit of ash as a byproduct, which, you know, the other stuff has byproducts too. I need to filter coke. I need to filter coal. Here I need to filter oxide, iron oxide. And here it's just the ash. All of the coal gas will get deleted. All the tar will go in there. I only need the tar, and the output soot there will also get deleted. So I need a voiding line. A voiding line, where are you? Burner. Here. Da 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 da. I'm pretty sure I clicked that, but okay. No. Yup, that's the thing. All this for just to process wood. That is not... Okay. Wood. Ads coming in within the next 8 seconds. And I need one of these. And I need one of these. Like, crap. We're not done yet. Do I have the tailings dust stacking recipe? Yes. There's unfortunately not a stacking recipe for soot, which is rather unfortunate. There is one for the thingies here, but this is going to be such low throughput that I don't think I care. And you need to output priority feeding this. Ah, right. Okay, then we need this. And we need to maintain the output. Now it's just a 50% chance that we get acid gas for each cycle here. Oh boy, yeah. But as soon as we get a cycle in, that makes enough to do 5 cycles of this. thereabouts. Now we're at 90. There it goes. There's a cycle of that. Fish hydrolysate is going. That's been put in there. So I just need, you know, more barrels. Just add more barrels. With food. Empty barrels to the right. Oh, and 2 for seeds. Right. Can't forget about those. Those need to go in somewhere. Pups, food. Barrels plus nothing? Nothing. All this just to get some modules. Just add barrels. Have I mentioned I'm not a fan of Corlax? Overall, this is still not as bad as Archots, but still. Painful. Quite painful. So we're going down to grab empty barrels. Nearly down at 1x speed while streaming. This is, ooh, not good. Not good. I mean, 1x is where we should be, but still. It's not good that the game is set to run at like 20, and it's barely getting 1. This is the actual max that we got with the computer that I have. It is the max. The absolute maximum. All right, how many barrels do we got? We're full. Good. Good. We're full. Head on back now. Autosave is autosaving. Oh gosh, and that'll be the actual Corlex finished. But we still need all of the casing stuff, which that is going to involve a bit. Now I'll just check off what we've done with this. That's all of this stuff. Yeah, pretty sure that's it. Oh, frick. Stop. Go back. I forgot. I forgot that I need to set up milk barrels. If I want milk from my milk factory, why, I'm going to need some empty milk barrels. Because it doesn't use barrels, it uses milk barrels. There's a difference. There is actually a difference. They have a different stack size. You get more milk barrels per stack than you get regular empty barrels. Okay, going back. Need to set barrels, milk barrels, to exist, because I'm pretty sure I don't have them at all. I'm pretty sure they don't exist, yeah, as a product. I need to grab just need to grab an empty over here. Nope, none of those are empty. Over here, you. Right next to the building making Corlex. That makes sense. Make me empty milk barrels from all of the steel. All of the steel. Spend all of it. Where do I have steel? Steel! Hey, go ahead and start the process. I shall return for you. That was just to make sure that I have started the process. As you can see, the stack size is 100, so I don't need like extra storage for it. No need. Do not need the extra storage for it. Robots, I appreciate you bringing me stuff, but I need to go. I need to get going. We only have 22 minutes left in today's stream. I'd like to get as much of this as possible done. Unless someone makes it an hour longer. Which at this point I don't think that's going to happen, so we got to be ready to end at the usual time. Head on over. I will eventually have my rail placed, have more rail placed over here and up above. I don't think I'll be expanding left or down too awfully much. I need to decide how many squares I want to go out. So it looks like to the left I've already gone. How many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7? 7 tiles left is how far I've gone for the science processing. And if I've gone 7 tiles left, that means I'll need to go 7 tiles down, 7 tiles right, and 7 tiles up from the mall. This is 5 down. This is not even 1 right, and we're 1 up. And we need 7. Yeah, it's gonna take a while to set up. That was half. I still have another half. That'll go up and also fill in the hydrolysate barrels. Ta-da! Go, go, gadget pups. And you're 1-to-1 pups to adults, so there we go. That shall be pretty consistent Corlex as Corlex modules. Okay. We're gonna need one of these. Again. We're gonna need 3 of these. We're also going to need empty milk barrels, so it's actually the opposite and up above, where we're going to be taking in the output of this, and we are actually going to need to shift that over, have that there. So that's 1, 2. Three. Great. Fish and tufra and food. Fish as fish and tufra and food. All right, food. Sorry. Food. It's moving. And you get the rest of the barrels. Empty barrels to the right. That's going to take a while to have enough to actually start making the milk, but ugh, we'll just have to manage. Looks like we got enough hydrolysate. Okay. I'll consider that done. Now I need to actually do this. It's likely just easier for me to do it down here and to bring that belt down on the lamps. And then the pipe up of the hydrochloric, or of the hydrogen chloride, because I think this is making hydrogen chloride. It is the gas. It is making a gas. Okay. You. Here. You. Aha. This is perfect. This is actually perfect. Yes. Yes, I am happy. That's wastewater? Really? Agitator agitating. And panning. The centrifugals is centrifuging. Now to get that all the way down. Of course it broke things. Why would it not break things? Why would I pick the correct line to draw? That sounds like a horrible idea. Why would I ever do a correct line? Oh boy. So congratulations, we have finished Corlex. From a very technical standpoint, we have technically finished the infrastructure of the build for Corlex. We can get it starting to move by doing that, and throwing in empty milk barrels. That's not the empties. What am I doing? This is the empties. Empty milk barrels. We need to obtain. We must obtain empty milk barrels. And then it can turn on. Back we go. We must obtain the empty milk barrels, the emptiest milk barrels. We have 900 in storage. That should be enough. Just enough. All right. We've about 9 more minutes left today in this stream. Within this next 5 minutes, there will be another ad that goes through, because that'll be the 3-hour turnover. It's every 30 minutes, every half hour. But yeah, so it being towards the end here, not really too much time to actually physically do anything else besides get the barrels in on the system for the casing. Glad that we were able to completely work on and finish as best we can Ulrich and Sponges and Corlex today. That Corlex is pretty complex. Not as bad as Archods in my opinion. Not as big of factory of as many steps as Archods. But we will in fact be doing Archods next time. And we will also be setting up Zipper eggs. Zipper eggs should be pretty easy. They should be pretty simple. Grab the nearly 1,000, the 1,000 empty barrels that I have. Yeah, because the zipper eggs, we actually have enough zipper, and we only need their eggs. So I don't need to actually, before getting the PyScience 2, I don't need to actually set up a factory producing Zapier. Now, a factory producing Zapier would exist specifically so that I could have slaughtering producing additional skin. Zapier are a skin producer primarily. The main issue with these is that they do eat a pretty significant amount of fish, and fish are lamps, and lamps are expensive. That's the big issue with the slaughtering of Zapier. Just having a look at this list here of what I need, all these ingredients of the things that I need. What's standing out to me as notably missing? Really, I think it's just the Zapier and the Archods. It's just Zapier and Archods, I think. I'm not seeing anything screaming at me as something that is noticeably missing of the stuff that I have done. We got sponges, the grade 1 tin that's in there, that's used to make the Zapier. It's for the phytoplankton that we need for Zapier and for the other stuff that needs phytoplankton primers. I have the mechanical parts on the network. I have the glassware on the network. Moss is on the network. Plastics on the network. Poor alien samples are on the network. Biosamples are on the network. Microfiber, I don't remember if I have microfiber as microfiber on the network, but it's something that's easy enough to make either way. We have the lab instruments. We have the retrovirus. We have the Sprout cocoons. We have the ability to make incubated petri dishes anywhere. We have the ability to get sap anywhere. There's the 1-minute notification for the ads. We have the ability to make Falgi anywhere. We have the ability to get the tin. We have cotton guts. I'll need to scale them. We need to set up Archods. We have fish. We can get stone wool easily. Can ignore the water barrels, water stuff. We have Tufra. We can get native flora anytime, anywhere. We've got kickalk for the kickalk seeds. We've got seaweed. We've got tin. We've got the ability to get the salt on demand. We can get Yadels on demand. We have Ulrich now. We've got the plasmids on the network. We now have set up sponges. We have the Nextlit. We have the titanium. We have solidified Sarkoris. We have meat. We have the ability to build the CO2 on demand. We can make the ammonia fairly easily. We have all the things that we need to make the ammonia. We have the things that we need to make the subcritical water. We have the artificial blood. We can just get that pressured water anytime. We can make the HCl anytime. We can make the steam on demand. We have fish oil. We can get the aromatics at any time, and we can get the hydrogen on demand as well. And that addresses everything. Yeah, it is just Corlex, just Archods and just Sipir eggs at this point. So let's get this online. Let there be barrels. Where are the barrels? 1,000 barrels. Enjoy. Go faster, please. Just a bit faster. I want this to be faster so I can get this moving. Barrels are barreling. And Corlex are milking. Oh boy. Now it is a waiting game. Waiting on stuff to move and things to happen. We can spend the last few minutes here going back to the Ulrich that we built at the beginning of the day to fill up as much of the module slots as possible in here and actually get this moving online. We have 64 Ulrich now stored up, ready to go. All that Ulrich are just to make the Arcot honey, of which we set up the Ulrich before taking the Arcot upgrade. So this is not using the correct honey recipe. I need 1/3 as much Ulrich as I actually have listed here. So yeah, we have spare Ulrich. A few spares. If I so desired, using them for something else, which I don't really, because the only thing they've got going for them is the ability to directly slaughter into bone meal. And even that is not really something that I am really considerate of. All right, where are those? All right, there we go. Really? You copied for one? There you go. I want to make sure that these get their Ulrich in. I am terribly sorry, but that does not go that way. Okay, that's as far as we go. I'll maintain that is as far as we go, because there's only one in there. So we got to store up quite a few more for the remaining 18 of these. But it should be... it should cycle immensely faster. It should be much, much faster at this point. Still need to get those last 4 built, otherwise we are good to go. And that is the end of the stream. We have reached the end over the course of the day today. As I've mentioned, we got Ulrich, we got sponges set up, and we've gotten the Corlex set up to make the Corlex, to make casein, and to have extra milk provided onto the trains. Now it's just waiting for the positive feedback loops to get sufficient positive feedback to give us enough modules for all these things so everything moves appropriately. And once everything is spun up, I will have the things, I'll get them onto trains, and we will be good to go. I will do that between streams as best I can, mostly just waiting on the stuff to happen. I will attempt to get the trains all set up and ready to go on these. And when we come back on Thursday, we are going to be working on getting the Archods and the Zipir set up, which are the last 2 main creatures that we need to set up to get into Pi Science 3, and really are the last things for getting into, or Pi Science 2, excuse me, for getting into Pi Science 2. So we can just begin work directly towards Pi Science 2 at that point. Depends on how long it takes to get through the Archods. Anyway, with that, I would like to thank you all for watching. This has been Otaku Show, but if you've enjoyed today's stream, please be sure to do all of the social and engagement stuff down below the video. Leave a like, leave a comment, subscribe if you've not yet subscribed, and hit the notification bell. Consider becoming a member of the channel by hitting the big blue join button and supporting on Patreon at patreon.com/OtakuShowboat if you're so inclined and able, if I can speak. I'll be back on Thursday with more. I hope to see you all then.